What is up, party people? Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if this is your first time. My name is Shannon and this is the Sailor Single Player channel. We are here to talk all things bad and mischievous while being a goose. So here we are, fall 2020. Leaves are starting to change, temperatures are starting to drop, and soon enough my neighborhood will be swarmed with a flock of geese that will bully all our neighborhood pets and leave unwelcome surprises on all our lawns and sidewalks. I'm not the most pro-goose person. I think they're kind of stinky and mean. They walk around with entitlement to your sandwiches and your breaded items whenever you're just chilling at the park. However, would I be willing to swap shoes with the wattled foe and torment my local neighbors in a tiny English village? Yes. Yes, I would. Untitled Goose Game, the laughable puzzle stealth game developed by House and published by Panic. Throughout the game, you'll play as a menacing goose wreaking havoc on a small English village and those who inhabit it. In the game, you'll honk, peck, grab, and run throughout each area of the village, completing tasks and annoying villagers along the way because you're a badass goose, and who's gonna stop you? Let me tell ya, no one. That's who. Putting it simply, I loved Untitled Goose Game. It's got cute characters, simple tasks, minimal buttons to remember, and most importantly, out of all, you get to be a complete a-hole to people and suffer absolutely little to no consequences. Sure, you get kicked out of gardens, shops, and bars, but it's not like it's game over when those things happen. No. You get to go back, change your strategy, and find new ways to steal that brush or pumpkin you desire and continue your reign of terror. I haven't quite mentioned this yet in other videos, but I absolutely love when you get to play a character where their sole purpose is to mess with the other NPCs. This could be why I lean more into open world RPGs like Red Dead or The Witcher, because you can stray off your main path and wreak havoc on things if you want and then come back to the main gameplay as if nothing has ever happened. Now, not to say there aren't consequences in these games. For example, like in Red Dead Redemption 2, there's a warrant out for your arrest when things go a little south. But you can easily buy those things off or lay low for a little while and wait till things blow over. However, unlike these games, your neighborly goose isn't going to have a warrant put out for his arrest. He probably should, but he doesn't. Okay, so getting back into the game. While you do get to play as the world's most OG goose, this game is safe for all ages. Its simplistic environments and cartoonish figures make the game quaint and charming as you move from area to area in the village. The gameplay is accompanied by a soundtrack throughout the game that is a modern adaptation of Debussy's Preludes. It matches the playful and relaxing tone of the game while offering moments of intensity as characters throughout the village sneak up or chase after our goose friend for stealing another slipper or moving another leek out of place. At times, the soundtrack reminded me of the original Sims soundtrack, and those times I spent countless hours perfecting my house. The music plays as a subtle ride-through as you move throughout the game and doesn't in any way lead to any distractions. Throughout the game, you're also given a list of tasks to complete each area. The tasks themselves are a little broad. This is where some of the fun comes in. While you're given a simple task, you're not going to receive any instructions or guidance on how to complete that task. This gives the player free reign in terms of how to complete the task, and you're welcome to be a complete punk while doing it. In a way, it's kind of encouraged. We'll get a little more into unique problem solving a little bit later. Moving on to gameplay. Shout out to my gamers who enjoy simple mechanics, because this game truly only has a few commands, and they'll stay consistent throughout the game. The slow pacing also allows you to take your time as you work your way through each area without the stress of quick time mechanics. Sure, there may be times when you want to enact a plan that requires quick reactions or flawless executions, such as distracting the farmer so you can steal a rake or radio, but luckily, if things don't work out perfectly the first time because you hit the wrong button or fumbled around obstacles, it's easy enough to go back and start over once you've done a little mechanic refresher. This comes back to the absence of consequences to your actions in the game. Put simply, the farmer and other characters will grumble a little bit, take back or reset the item that you took, and you're set to start again. Speaking of those fumbles, this is kind of a pro and con to the game. The physics of objects throughout the game give a realistic but also awkward feel to the game. Put plainly, I didn't really expect my goose friend to have the easiest time navigating a garden while pulling a pumpkin or rake to either a lake or picnic blanket with just his beak alone, and oddly enough, the game didn't think so either. The kind of awkward moments and feels of navigating the village as a goose add to those quirky vibes you'll feel throughout the game and makes it something fun and enjoyable for those playing it. A final note about gameplay relating to unique problem solving. While the game is rather short and linear, you'll find there are countless ways to complete each task and puzzle that arises with each area. I've learned that while a certain task may seem easy enough, such as getting the farmer wet, there are multiple ways to achieve that goal, some perhaps more obvious than others. This allowed myself and other players to come back once we've completed the game and try out new strategies to complete the task we might have otherwise not have thought of. In a way, this is a good thing because this game is short. My playthrough took about 2 hours, and oddly enough, I've seen other players get through the main quests in a little over 15 minutes. Not to say this is a bad thing by any means. By the end of the game, I did feel as though I wanted more content and more areas to explore throughout the village. Side note, you do receive more tasks once you've finished the main game that you can go back to, and I hear this tags another hour or so of gameplay. My only critique, though, is to add those tasks back into the main playthrough rather than waiting until the end, because for some, myself included, that's a missed opportunity for longer gameplay. Once the credits come on, my brain moves on to the next shiny thing. Case in point, Animal Crossing New Horizon. So would I suggest Untitled Goose Game? Absolutely! It's got the casual gameplay and simple mechanics casual gamers will enjoy, and unique problem solving and speedy run-throughs experienced gamers will enjoy, because no two run-throughs should be the same. On top of that, who wouldn't want to get a laugh out of living the lawless life of a rowdy goose and just let out some pent-up angst on a quaint little English village? Well, that will just about do it for Untitled Goose Game. If you have an hour and a half or 2 hours and need a little escape from your day-to-day lives, I would give this game a try. I promise you most likely won't regret it. Thanks again for tuning into my video. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like more videos from the Sailor Single Player channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I put up new videos every Sunday. Be sure to share your thoughts on Untitled Goose Game below in the comment box below. Thanks again for tuning in, and I will see you guys next time for the next video. Bye!